Let me ask you a question, an honest question. How many times have you opened a trade and already in the process realized you got it wrong? The market is going against you and you're sitting there waiting, not because you have a plan, but because closing at a loss feels psychologically impossible. You're hoping it will turn around. Sometimes it does, more often it doesn't. This is called holding a loss. And it's one of the main reasons traders lose money. Not bad entries, but their inability to exit a bad entry in time. I've been trading for several years and I'll be honest, I still feel that impulse. It never goes away. Your brain will always look for a reason to stay in a trade a little longer. It's physiology. You don't fight it with willpower. You work with it systematically. That's exactly why I use the PocketOption AI bot. Not because I can't analyze the market on my own, but because the bot removes the most dangerous moment in trading, the decision made under pressure. It sees the chart 3-5 seconds ahead of the platform, analyzes several layers of data simultaneously, and issues a signal when and only when the conditions have truly aligned. Today, the European session. I'll show everything. Entries, waiting, results. No motivation, just work. The European session has just started. The market is revving up. Volumes are growing. A good moment for an entry if there is a clear signal. I open the bot. I look at the statistics for pairs, choose the one with the highest accuracy over the last few hours. I find the signal, direction, method, expiration. I enter. While the trade is running, I want to explain one thing that most people don't understand about this tool. The bot doesn't just look at the current chart, it works with historical data for the specific pair. It takes into account how this pair behaved in similar conditions before. Not the market as a whole, not average statistics. This specific pair in this session with similar volatility. This is a fundamental difference from any indicator. An indicator only sees what is happening now. The bot sees the now in the context of history. I tested this in practice. For the first 2 weeks of working with the system, I simultaneously looked at standard indicators and compared them to the bot's signals. In half the ambiguous situations, they diverged. And in most of those cases, the bot turned out to be more accurate. After that, I stopped looking at indicators altogether. By the way, the bot is closed. You won't find it through search. I found it through a trader acquaintance. If you're interested, the link is in the description. There is a contact for the admin. If you want, write. If you don't, okay, it's just a tool I use myself and find useful. Same session, different pair. I switched consciously. The accuracy statistics for the first pair dropped a bit over the last hour. Not critical, but I prefer to work with pairs that are in good shape right now. Found one, there's a signal, I enter. While the trade is running, I'll talk about a moment I value in bot that is rarely mentioned. It shows the analysis method for each signal, not just up or down, but the specific method on which the signal is based. And over time, this changes your attitude towards trading. When you see the method, you start to study it. You notice that certain methods consistently work on certain pairs at certain times. You start to understand why, and this understanding accumulates, not abstractly, but through real trades. I've been keeping a table for several months. Method, pair, session, result. This table is worth more than any course I've bought because it's my personal statistics, live data from live trades. If you decide to try the bot, I recommend doing the same from day one. Not just following the signals, but recording. The difference in the result after a month will be noticeable. I'll leave the link in the description, but without pressure, honestly. I literally don't care whether you use it or not. The signal is clear. I answer without hesitation. While it's running, I want to say something important about how I genuinely view this bot in the context of trading. The bot doesn't think for me. It doesn't make decisions for me. It structures information and removes the need to make a decision at the worst possible moment. When you're tired, when you just closed a loss, when you've had 3 winning trades in a row, and you feel invincible. It's in these moments that people make the most expensive mistakes. And it's in these moments that the bot acts as an anchor. You look at the screen, is there a signal or not? Everything else doesn't matter. I understand that this sounds like an ad, so I'll say it straight. I'm not selling the bot. I don't get anything for talking about it. The link in the description is just the contact of the admin that I shared because I was allowed to. Whether you like it or not, my trading won't change at all because of it. Before entering this trade, I had a desire to skip it. Many wins in a row, you want to end on a high note, not risk the result. This is also an emotion. Different, but just as harmful as greed or fear. It's called fear of ruining the streak. You make a decision not based on the signal, but based on what has already happened. It's the same subjectivity, just in the other direction. I open the bot, there's a signal. So I enter. This is the only criterion, nothing else. This is what working with this tool has given me over several months. Not a strategy, not a secret formula, a clear rule that I follow regardless of mood, regardless of the previous result, regardless of what my intuition says. Signal exists, entry exists. No, I wait, that's all. And if this interests you, the bot is in the description. There's the admin's contact. The system is closed, you won't find it through search, access is only direct. I found it through an acquaintance. You can find it through me, or not find it. It truly doesn't matter. Do you know what I think after a successful session? Not I did well, but the system worked. These are different things. And the difference between them is fundamental. When you think I did well, you start trusting your intuition. The next session begins with the feeling that you are in the zone and you enter a bit bolder, a bit bigger, a bit without a signal. This is the beginning of the end. I've been through this several times. When you think the system worked, you understand that your task was simply not to interfere, to follow the signals, not to add your own input, and to do the same thing tomorrow. This is what the PocketOption AI bot taught me. Not trading. I could trade before it, but understanding that the best trader isn't the one who makes brilliant decisions. It's the one who doesn't make unnecessary ones. Link in the description. There's the admin's contact if you want to try it. I don't need you to go there. I'm just leaving it here because I was allowed to, and because I find the tool useful. The rest is up to you. Until the next session.